Hello everyone, if you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if not, then welcome back to another one of my videos. My name is Freyleyce, and today's video, even though it's really late, is going to be my April TBR. I normally do my TBRs late anyway, but because I was traveling, this one is going to be extra late. But TBRs are always super fun to film for me, even though I don't always stick to them. I have a lot of fun filming them and a lot of fun talking about these books that I want to read, so I thought even though it's literally almost 2 weeks into the month, let's do it anyway. Last month's TBR was filled with a lot of new releases, and there's just something in the air recently because almost every single book I've been looking forward to reading has had its release date pushed back. I don't know what it is, but yeah, almost every single one of these upcoming releases has had its release date pushed back. And I'm not gonna say it's not a little annoying, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna read it anyway. I'll just find something to read in the meantime. So yeah, there will be a few books from last month's TBR, though I did get through most of the books that I wanted to read last month. I also veered focus in the middle of the month, and I switched to doing a reading vlog for taboo and forbidden romances, and that was super fun, so you can watch that. It's my last video. I finally did a vlog again, even though I said I would never do one. I had a lot of fun for that vlog, and almost every single book there was over 4 stars. Actually, no, they were all over 4 stars. They were really good, and it was really memorable, and some of them are new favorites. So yeah, those weren't on the TBR, but I still love them so much, and that's kind of just how my TBRs flow. I love saying I'm gonna read these books, and usually I do, but sometimes I'll change my mind. Sometimes shit happens, but that's just a general overview of what I think I want to read because most of these are pretty exciting. So before we get into it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, stick around, and let's get into the 15-ish books that I want to read in the month of April. So starting off, this one was carried over from last month, and that is The Brit by Jodi Ellen Malpass. I've read Jodi Ellen Malpass before, and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to get more into her backlist. This one is a mafia romance, I believe. From what I've heard about it, it sounds pretty dark, pretty twisted, and I think there's forbidden in there. By the cover, I'm not expecting it to be the darkest book I've ever read, but I've been told that it is on the darker side, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just don't know too much about it. Not enough that it's really intriguing me, but I just know that I enjoyed Jodi Ellen Malpass before, and every time I say her name, it's like a fucking mouthful. But anyway, what I read from hers before I enjoyed, and that just makes me want to read more of her backlist. I think she could be a new favorite author, and I want to check it out and see if I'm right. So like I said, I carried this one over from last month, and I just basically need to put my mind to reading it and just get through it, because I really think I'm gonna love it, but I just keep procrastinating it. So this is the one that I really need to read this month. But I also want to read Tell Me What You Want by Lucia Franco. This is releasing at the end of April actually, so I should have put it on my May TBR, but it's here anyway. And because I read some Lucia Franco before, I read her Off Balance series, or at least one book in it, I thought I would explore a little bit more of her backlist, and we'll talk about the Off Balance series in a minute because I do want to finish that as well, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So Tell Me What You Want is a new release coming from the world of the Blurred Line series. There's been a lot of authors in that series. QB Tyler wrote a book for that series, and it's just a world of over 30 authors and 30 different books, I think. So I don't know, this one sounded interesting. It's a forbidden romance, and it's between a stepbrother and a stepsister, I think. Sorry, I lied. It's actually an older brother's friend. So kind of like brother's best friend with a bit of an age gap. She's a cam girl and he's an ex-con. And that just sounds really interesting. So it sounds like it's gonna be really smutty, and I'm ready for that. Also, all the feelings of the forbidden part to this, that sounds really interesting. And I just realized that my plant is not actually in the right direction. Give me a sec. It was totally facing the wrong way, and I was just like, why is there a white block of bookshelf over there? I don't like that. So my long plant right there might be dying. I don't know, it's just getting sparser and sparser, and I try not to think about that. But back to this book by Lucia Franco. I just want to explore a little bit more Lucia Franco. I don't know if I'm going to finish the Off Balance series, so I thought that I'd put another book by her on my TBR because it does sound really interesting, and it sounds like something I'd read no matter the author. So yeah, this one I want to read, but like I said, it releases April 30th, so I should have put it on my May TBR. I also want to finish the Off Balance series. So I read book 1 in my vlog, and I enjoy it. I mean, I didn't find it super addicting, and I wasn't completely enthralled in the world. And I know a lot of people absolutely love this world, they're obsessed with this world. I couldn't connect to it that much, and I definitely wasn't that. The taboo part to me, at first I was just hold on, and then I was just you know what, I don't really give a fuck anymore. So I didn't push any buttons, but I also just didn't love it. I wasn't invested in the world, I wasn't completely enthralled by it, and I'm unfortunately not a true die-hard Off Balance series stan, but that's okay. I still want to get through the series though. I don't know if I'm going to read the entire series because the books are kind of like medium length. I don't know. I feel like if it was shorter, I'd do it maybe. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read the second book, and then if I like it, I'll continue on. If not, I'll just skip to the 5th book and see their happily ever after because I'm nosy like that. That's my thoughts on the Off Balance series. I'm kind of sad I didn't love it, but I didn't really see myself being utterly obsessed with it anyway. It's a 5-book series about the same couple, and I can rarely ever do that. One of you guys commented and let me know that it's not actually a 6-book series. The 6th book is point of views from the other characters and notes and highlights or something like that, but it's not essential or necessary to the plot. So that makes it easier. It's only 5 books, but still, we'll have to see. I do want to read the second one. Is that Twist? I don't know. I want to read the second one, at least. Maybe I'll finish it. Maybe I'll skim it. Who knows? Okay, a controversial one. It's not controversial to anyone but me, but in my head it's controversial. That's my dog groaning, I'm sorry. He's a sleepy puppy. Anyway, Heart of My Monster? Yeah, so I'm kind of surprised that not a lot of people are reading this. At least I haven't seen it other places, like maybe a few times on Bookstagram, not on BookTube, but I don't know. I feel like everybody's just loving her Kings series or something, and this one kind of got put to the back burner, which is kind of sad, but it might be rightfully put there because that last book was not it. It was not it. So I'm really hesitant to start the third one. It comes out, I think, in the middle of April, and yeah, will I read it or will I not read it? That's literally the whole fucking question. I put it on here because I put it on here back before I even read the first one. So yeah, I just really fucking hated the ending of that second book, and it makes me scared to start the third one. And then for the second TBR in a row, I want to read The Darkness in You by Becca Steele. This one, I would have picked it up literally on fucking release day if it had released last month, but it hasn't. So it releases April 11th, and I'll be fucking reading it. I'll be fucking reading it. I feel like it releases on a weekend, but like April 11th is a fucking Tuesday. That's so random. Anyway, I'll be reading it on that Tuesday. I'll probably ignore my work for that book because I don't know, this series just gives me a sense of familiarity. I read it back in like 2021 or something, and I've been waiting for Zade's story for so long because he was always the broody, dark-haired, grumpy hero in the corner, you know? Mysterious, got some issues, and I was just like, yeah, I want to see his like past. So the bar is pretty high for this book. Unfortunately, I'm trying to lower it, trust me, but it's pretty high because you just see him in all these other books and you're like, he's gonna be everything. He's gonna throw all these other heroes out of the water. But I'm a little scared that I'm gonna be heavily disappointed. And I really hope that doesn't happen because in my mind, he has a second chance love story. He was with a girl way back when. Something happened, but they had to go their separate ways, and he's been torn up over it ever since. That's why he doesn't like go near another woman. That's why he can't enjoy life. And then he meets her again and he has to help her, but he's also mad at her. So it's gonna be like maybe like a hurt comfort situation, maybe like a life or death situation, and he has to help her because he still loves her, but he's also pissed at her because part of the reason they're not together is because of her. And I literally just wrote the whole book in my head. So like if it's not that, I'll be disappointed, but I really gotta stop setting these expectations because like, don't get it wrong, guys. What I just said was my theory of what the book should be, not what the book is. The blurb just says a lot without saying anything. So we'll see. I'm really excited for it though. April 11th, come sooner. These next few I'm really excited about. So Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox. Where did I fucking see this? I have no idea. Probably Bookstagram because I follow a few like dark romance readers that really have that aesthetic down to a fucking T, and I'm just like, I love you guys. I can't remember their names right now though. It's like 10 of them. So I don't know where I saw it, but I saw it somewhere on there, and I think it was even in a book box. But Heartless Heathens, it just sounds great. It sounds like a dark, spooky, gothic romance. And that's what I fucking want. So actually, let's read the blurb together to make sure I'm not lying. Shit. It starts off by saying, hey, over here. No, look up. Yeah, I'm the one they talk about. Oh, see, that annoys me. Shit. When a character talks to the reader, they're saying it like in their head, like they're talking to a reader. I don't know. It kind of takes me out of the fantasy for a minute. And I'm just like, stop talking to me. I'm reading your thoughts. Don't do that. So I always do this, guys. I have such high expectations just because of the way that I think the book should be. And then I read the blurb and I'm just like, I was incorrect? Shit. Anyway, Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox. Oh, fuck. There's the 1-star ratings. Gotta go. Put the phone down. I don't know about it, guys. I'm gonna give it a shot. I want to. I love this cover. I love the name. Santana Knox as well. That's a great author name. I don't know if that's their actual name. It's a great author name. That's why I don't read blurbs sometimes. They influence my thought process, and that really influences how I like the book. Also, I don't read 1-star reviews or reviews because that also influences my thought process and will change how I view the book and if I like it or not. So I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, after reading Heartless, Heathens, I also want to read the Diavolos by Nuha Julien. I really tried. I'm so sorry. I know I butchered that. This also seems like a dark suspense romance. I don't know. It's giving more suspense vibes. It might be like cartel, mafia, something like that, but another cover that is just so good. I love this cover. And the name, a little hard to pronounce, but I also love the name, so we're not going to read the blurb on this one. We're not going to look at the star reviews as we scroll past them. So I'm going to go into this blind. I'm going to hope I love it. I do know that something in a review said something about The Godfather. I've never watched that movie. I think it's a movie, but I don't know. I just know the vibes that it gives, and I'm looking forward to it. Also, Hellhouse by Dakota Wild. Don't know anything about this either. I think I saw it on Instagram and I liked the cover. We will look at the blurb for this one because I swear to God, I should look at the blurbs before I do these TBRs because I'm like telling you something I don't know. So it seems like it's a dark romance, enemies to lovers, reverse harem, why choose, and found families, multiple point of view. Wow, you really just gave everything right there. So, I haven't read a reverse harem in a while. I am working on a reverse harem recommendation video, but why is it so fucking hard? Why is it so fucking hard? I don't know. So, I hope I like this. Like I said, I really like the cover. Simple, but gets it done. Also sounds kind of gothic, like they're in an academy or something like that. It could be really bad, but it could be really good, so we'll see. I also want to read Shallow River by H.D. Carlton. So, I'm a hardcore H.D. Carlton stan, right? Cat and Mouse Duet, everybody fucking loves that. The Ocean book. Does It Hurt? Yeah, I also love that book. I love H.D. Carlton. Oh, also I read that novella. I forgot about that. I read that novella. But anyway, I want to go back and I want to read this one. I saw Naima from Naima's Reads, read this one way back when, like months ago, years ago, don't know. And she didn't love it, and I kind of agreed with everything she said in her review. And like I said, that was a while ago. I don't remember too much about what she said or what her thoughts were on the book, but I don't know, for some reason it stuck with me. So it seems like it's gonna be really dark, toxic relationships, but not in a good way, but maybe in a good way with the hero. I don't know, but it's gonna be really dark and fucked up, and that's what I'm expecting. So I want to give it a shot. I think it's a bit of a forbidden love story as well, and I haven't seen too many people talk about it in terms of H.D. Carlton. So on the TBR, I really want to get to it. Sing Me to Sleep by R.M. Virtues. Well, I don't think I knew the name when I put it on my TBR. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot about this. It's about a woman who falls in love with her sleep paralysis demon. What? I'm laughing at myself right now because what the actual fuck? But I don't know. It's giving me vibes of a book that I read last spooky season. A girl fell in love with the ghost man that she met in her dreams, and then he became a reality, not just in her imagination, but because it was a paranormal book. So I really enjoyed that book. I thought it was great. So maybe I'm wanting this book to be similar to that, but I don't know. It sounds really fucking interesting and kind of fucking weird, but I want to give it a shot. It sounds paranormal and it sounds spooky, so I want to give it a shot, at least. I also want to read King of Liberties by Pam Godwin because I feel like I didn't get enough out of Sea of Ruin that I wanted to get out. Like, I really fucking loved that book. I rated it super high. It was a really fun experience. I loved it. I love how it ended. but for some reason, probably because I was speed reading it, because I had to go to the airport 4 hours after I finished the book, but because I read it so fast, I feel like I didn't get everything out of the book that I wanted. It didn't feel complete to me because I literally fucking speed read that ending. So I want to try the novella. I think this takes place before Sea of Ruin does in the plot, but I just want more of these characters because I feel like I left them hanging on the side of a cliff and I want to go rescue them. That did not say what I wanted to say, but anyway, I want to read this because I just want more from these characters and I want to be in their world more. Anyway, that is the end of my TBR. This one felt long, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a next book to read. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these. Tell me what your favorite parts were. Get me excited so I can read these and get through them. And keep an eye out for my next few rec videos. So what I have on my schedule, on my list, is reverse harem recommendations, reformed Playboy recommendations, forbidden romances, and taboo romances. So I don't know, I'm pretty excited and I think I'm in a great filming space. I am uploading less frequently, but it's working for me and it's giving me more time to read. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, my links are down in the description. You can find my Goodreads, my Instagram, all of that. My email is also down in the description if you need to email me anything. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video very soon.